Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Big D's and Liam's Custom Garage. I'm Big D. Liam is running the camera right now. And as promised, today we start the reassembly of the motor for dark matter. The plan for today is we are going to get our main bearings installed, our rear main seal installed, our crank installed, and our main caps torqued down to their proper specs. So with that being said, we're going to jump right into it. So here we go. All right, everybody, welcome back. So what we are doing now is we are installing our main bearings. And I grabbed the wrong side. My bad, it happens. Okay. So, in this part, okay, our main bearings, the tops have grooves in them, and the bottom sides are smooth. So, when you're doing this, always make sure your grooved bearings always go on the block side, okay? Now, I'm going to show you guys how you install these. It's actually really easy. They pretty much just press in with your fingers. But there is tabs, and you got to make sure that the bearing goes into that tab, like so. Push it down. Sometimes you can use a little rubber mallet just to make sure that they are seated good. Don't use a regular hammer because then you'll mess it up. A little rubber hammer action. Okay, that one's in. Okay, that's our rear. Now your rear main is going to be thicker than the rest. These are smaller. That's because 90% of your load, believe it or not, is on the back side of your motor. So they put the larger bearings at the back to handle the extra weight because you got the transmission and all that hanging off the back. Okay, so we're going to install the next one. Just press it in. Again, make sure that your little tab that sticks out goes into its groove on the edge of the block. That's how you know it's seated properly. There we go. That one's in. Very easy to do these. Okay. That's the bearings installed. Okay. Now, this is the top half of the rear main seal. When you hear a mechanic or other people talk about your rear mains leaking oil, this is what they're talking about. They will leak sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. And that just goes right down in there like so, just like that. Spring side, wait, yeah. Make sure everything's right, because I have changed them slightly. Yeah, we're good. So, just like that. Okay. And rear main's in. Again, it goes in with your fingers as well. Now, a little extra step I do to prevent the leak is the leak happens because they are a two-piece seal. So they like to leak at the joint where the top and the bottom meet each other. All right, my gasket sealer is not cooperating. Okay, Just need a little dab. There we go. Okay. Just a little, and I mean a little, just on the tip of your finger. I just put just a very, very, very light coat on the end where they meet, just for that little extra assurance. Okay. Check back on. Okay, now we're going to install our assembly loop. Ultra Slick engine assembly loop. It looks runny, but it's actually a very sticky assembly loop, so it sticks to your mating surfaces. And just a little dab will do you on each bearing. Okay. And you take your finger, kind of lube it up. Yeah, you need a little bit more than that. A little runny from there is on the key, but anyway, make sure your fingers are clean, by the way, when you do this. I washed my hands before we started this video, so we are now going to set in our beautiful crank. Okay, so it drops down like so. There we go. She was being a little stuck in there for a second, but we got her. Okay, now we do the same thing with our main caps. Take our bolts out first, then we grab the bottom side of our main cap, we press it into the grab the bearing, place it in, there it goes, like so. Gonna need my hammer, rub them out, it's a little tap tap. There we go. Then, get our other half of our rear main. And yeah, okay. Bring the fart for a second, sorry. Got what I was going to do. Okay. Top of the rear main seal. And we grab our assembly loop. A bit of that in there. Set that down like that. Okay. And we'll just drop that on there like that. Lined up. Tap, make sure it's down in its channel. Because there is a channel these slide down into. Okay. Put the bolt in, or at least get your bolt started. Okay. Now, we move on to the next. And you just keep repeating the process until they're all on. Nice and lubricated up. Yep. Okay, now remember, when you're torquing, you start in the middle and you work your way out in a circular pattern so you get even torquing. Now these, if you guys are wondering what you torque these to, they are 40 foot-pounds. Okay? You're not working.
You mean spiral?
Yes, and spiral out. So technically, when you tighten this one, you should have went here. Then here,
Oh, okay.
and then, yeah.
You didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Work specific.
Yes, work your way from the center out.
I forget these things. This one?
Yep.
And this one?
Yep. And that, and that.
I already did those.
These?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Then you do these?
Yep.
Should be it.
Okay. And you did do these two, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Now, torque, and she's a spinner. Okay. Well, as you guys can see, that is how you properly install and torque down your crankshaft. Hey everybody, welcome back. Well, as you guys saw, we got the crank installed, we got the main bearings installed, and we got the rear main seal installed. Next week, be a little bit more eventful. We are going to install the rods and pistons, going to show you how to install and clock your piston rings properly, and torque your main caps down properly. And as I say that, we are running an aftermarket rod with ARP studs. Those torque specs are different than your factory rods, so you have to keep that in mind. Now, they do come with a piece of paper that will tell you what to torque them at, and you have to use ARP torque lube. So you guys will see more of that next week. Other than that, that's going to do it for this week. Make sure you guys like the video, and please hit that subscribe button if you guys have not done so yet. It helps us grow immensely. And also hit the bell icon over in the corner so you get first alerts every time we go live or post a new video. We will see you guys right here next week. I'm Big D.
And I'm Liam.
And we're out.